back.
So, I'm the representative of China. We feel that organ selling should be legalized. Basically, like, when you sell an organ, you pretty much, you know what you're getting into selling it. So then our resolution would be that the people who sell it should sign papers that state that they know what the consequences are and what they're doing. And then the country or whoever hospital could tax the donor and the seller because both are benefiting. So when both benefits, that means that both they can make profit off of both. So that was pretty much like our simple solution. That's all we came up with.
And you have, you basically said when people sell the organs, they know what they're getting into, and so you're just going to leave the responsibility up to the individuals who are selling their organs. I didn't hear anything pertaining about how to stop people from being abducted and waking up in ice baths with their internal organs missing.
Okay, well.
Any more questions for China? Okay. And over there in the center.
Hello, everybody. I have been forced not to speak in my voice. So, our solution was that rather than someone just randomly going out,
No, you're doing your accent.
rather than someone just going out and deciding that they might find someone who needs an organ and asking them if they want it, and then taking the money out of their wallet and taking out their organ and giving it to them, we decided to actually set up a system where if someone decides that it would be a good idea to sell their organ or to put it on the market, that they would go to a doctor's office, a clinic, what have you, and they would actually go through testing to make sure that the organ's clean, that it's healthy, that it's suitable to go into another human being, and then they would be put onto a computer, a database of people who are willing to sell their organs. And if someone else were to come in with a medical emergency or with the need for a new organ, then they would be referred to the list, and that person would be contacted. They would come in, have the operation done where the organ is removed, have it put in, and there would be a set regulated price that the one who is getting the organ would pay to have the organ put in. And so what we decided to do is, rather than just, throw out the possibility of buying and selling organs, set up a structured procedure where people can buy and sell organs.
Hooray! That's the
Wait, what's the procedure? Can you kind of go more into structured procedure? Because that's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's for talking in the German accent.
He told me.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, someone comes in with the, and they want to have an organ sold. They want to sell their organ. Then they're put into a computer database. Someone comes in, they need an organ. They're also put into the database. If they match up, then they are connected. And the one who wants to sell his organ or her organ comes in. The organ is removed, put into the other person, and the payment's made prior to that. We decided for taxes to basically just make it a sales tax on buying the organ, except lower it because since it's a medical procedure and it's needed, it would just make more sense to have it lower than the original sales tax.
Okay, there's not adequate time for more questions, so the next time is last. Are you at the front? And then over there at the back.
Okay, I'm Joshua Jones, Senior, the representative of Switzerland. Okay, we propose to make the selling or donation, whatever word you prefer, of organs legal on a federal level only. This means that individuals such as you or myself who are not a part of government are not allowed. It would still be illegal, just like there would still be a black market. We would not be allowed to just pay cutting out my organ, giving it to you, let's try to do the surgery right next to each other in our beds at home. Not gonna happen. So, we would, the person that would like to donate, which technically is not a donation because they would receive a tax break, but the person that would sell or donate their organ would have to go to the appropriate created government agency, and they would have to go through a series of screenings and tests, of course, and there would be a waiting period, just much like abortions. You have to wait like 48 hours just to think it over, so you're not making any rash decisions, like you're angry and lashing out at someone and you're going to do something self-destructive like selling your organ. So there'd be a waiting period where you take educational classes that would educate you just in case you didn't realize that you only had 2 kidneys or any other organs. So there'd be that in place. Then the government would sell them to an authorized hospital, so not just like some fake hospital or someone like posing as a hospital. It would be an authorized hospital by the government of Switzerland, and the funds accumulated from the sale would go to the research using stem cells, the research of the creation of kidneys or eyeballs or hearts or any other organs right off the bat. So ultimately the goal is to produce artificial organs of a wide variety on a massive scale, and they would be proportionally distributed to hospitals from the government. So all of this would keep down illegal activity, and it would promote people to donate their organs for people that are in need of them, and the funds therefore would be used for research purposes by the government, so there would be no monopolies. It would be a government-only institution, and then those hopefully, eventually, it could be like, you know how toys and stuff are manufactured on a massive scale in factories? Maybe something like that would be feasible in the future with research like this. And that's what we propose.
Question.
Wait, so you want to get complete control of my organ for government officials? I mean, you're American. Have we learned already, like, trusting the government's a big no-no?
Over there.
The country of Ireland has decided that organ donors shall receive a tax write-off incentive for donating their organs, and the recipients shall receive organs based on their need and their condition, and also their age, the age of the recipient. For instance, if the recipient's age is 75 years old and he or she has a few months to a year to live, a much younger person with a longer life expectancy after the transplant would be given priority over getting the organ, and then second to that would be the older person with the less life expectancy. And also there would be a waiting period for sellers/donors to think over their decision.
Any questions for Ireland? In the back.
You said that it would be based on age. The normal prescriber that would be basically the origin. What you could provide more information about this topic. So are you saying that the age really matters to take with it?
I catch all the questions.
I'm saying that older people have more wisdom, and they could have more information to think about. For example,
The idea that older people have more wisdom than younger people
not only that, but
it can be completely falsified. There can be younger, smarter people than older people. There's people that are 9-year-olds, and they're already taking calculus in high school.
Any more questions? Speakers time has elapsed. Okay. Front.
We're India, and we're for the selling of organs, but with certain parameters to it. Well, illegitimate organ trafficking is a big problem in India, so we feel that by legalizing it and making it more government regulated, it would help to eliminate such, black markets, things like that. We'll set up a tier system. Basically, if you're in a more terminal condition than somebody else, you'll be on a first tier member. And if you have just been diagnosed with something and you still have a lot of time left, you'll be in a lower tier. or if they feel that you are help to the community and that you're actually doing well and you would continue to do well with your life, you can move up the tier system. And that would be it.
Any questions for India or then Pakistan?
So are you judging a person's potential and based on their need for an organ?
I'm saying that if I have someone who's a doctor who saves lives on a daily basis and happens to fall with kidney failure or something, as opposed to someone who's poor, is a beggar and does nothing with his life, because in India that's the way it is. I'm gonna pick the doctor to save over the beggar, because the beggar is just gonna sit there and beg people and take people's money.
What if it's a teenager? I mean, I can care less about that doctor. I want to live.
Well, again, if the teenager shows promise in certain areas,
How can you judge that?
academics.
Well, that's first of all. Einstein never finished elementary school. I couldn't hear a word of that.
Okay, how many Einsteins do you get statistically?
How would we know?
Exactly.
Do you?
No. The problem is a very small minority. That's the big point that I'm trying to make. All right. And two,
You can't just judge that.
and you can look at, obviously Einstein showed intelligence whether he finished school or not. And by doing you can still do testing. Obviously, if someone's got their life at risk, they're going to be a little more willing to do something to show that they're more eligible than somebody else.
Not if I'm sick and dying.
If you
You want to take a test while I'm on the hospital bed?
You guys want to stop playing?
Speaker time has elapsed. This debate is adjourned.
Hey, Pakistan, you gonna be quiet? Jeez. Okay,
Guys!
that was a good job. That's something different. I mean, I'm gonna do this a lot over the years, kind of adding different twists and turns in the debates. It's actually pretty fun. Like, how do you guys like that? Is it better than the usual debate? Basically, like, the thing with a lot of the UN is, you guys, come on. We're gonna be doing Oxford-style debates. We're gonna be doing tag team debates. We're gonna be doing, what other ones are there? Speed chess, 2-minute debates, crossfires. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know. Huh?
ABC.
Yeah, ABC debates. We know our alphabet. So for next week, for people that are in core, you guys, for people that are in core and cabinet, please stay longer. We gotta talk to you just for 2 minutes. Core on the right side and cabinet on the left side. If you guys have any topic ideas.